All right, guys, good morning. Well, by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be afternoon, but for me, it's first thing in the morning. Before we get into the video, don't forget we go live every Sunday, 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Eastern to do a little pregame live. Also, jersey giveaway at 250 subscribers. Don't forget about that. If you want more, then look in the description. Also, the podcast is live, The Fins Den on Spotify. The link is in the description. So all of my videos on YouTube are also on Spotify in a podcast form. But let's get into it. Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens at home, Thursday Night Football, Week 9. Can't believe it's Week 9 already. But let's get into the Dolphins offense versus the Baltimore Ravens defense. The Miami Dolphins. Now, we saw the offense kind of come to life last game, finally. But it's still not looking great. The Miami Dolphins have the 28th ranked offense in the league. They have 286 point yards per game, 26th in pass, 187.9 yards per game, 23rd in rush, 98.5 yards per game, 21st in scoring, averaging 21 points per game, 17th in sacks. They have allowed 18 sacks this year. 9th in third downs, converting 41.2% of the time, 25th in turnovers, turning the ball over 12 times this year. Now, going to the Baltimore Ravens defense, not the same Baltimore Ravens defense we've seen in past history. Usually the Baltimore Ravens have one of those defenses that you're afraid of. This time, not so much, or this year, not so much. They're the 28th ranked defense in the league, allowing 379 yards per game, 23rd in pass, 250 yards per game, 23rd in rush, 128.9 yards per game, 30th in scoring, allowing 30 points per game, 31st in sacks, allowing 9 sacks on the year, 28th in third down percentage, allowing teams to convert 44.3% of the time, and 29th in takeaways with only 4 takeaways on the season. So like I said, not the same Ravens defense. Dolphins offense looks better given no Darren Waller and no Tyreek Hill. But that was the best offensive performance we've had against, like I said in my preview video with the Atlanta Falcons game, against the best passing offense in the NFL. Now, for my next graphic, for whatever reason, the streaming service that I use or the recording service I use cannot render my graphic that I made. So shout out to Doug Lee Durong because I had to steal your graphic. Sorry. But for whatever reason, just wouldn't accept it. So shout out Doug for this one. Dolphins defense versus the Ravens offense. Dolphins defense is 23rd in the league, allowing 344.4 yards per game, 11th in passing. Like I've said many times, we have a good secondary, only allowing 199 yards per game, 28th in rush, allowing 145 yards per game. Now, we were 32nd in rush, but we looked better last week against Bijan. That explains the jump from 32 to 28. 26th in scoring, allowing 26.9 points per game. 21st in sacks with only 15 sacks on the year. 27th in third downs, allowing teams to convert 43.2% of the time. And 19th in turnovers. We have had 7 turnovers or takeaways on the year. Moving into the Baltimore Ravens offense. Now, given the numbers aren't going to be probably what we see Thursday night because they haven't had Lamar for a few weeks. So total offense, they're 21st with 315 yards per game. They are 28th in passing with 182 yards per game. That's going to go up with Lamar there. 8th in rush with 133 yards per game. 14th in scoring with 24.9 points per game. 24th in sacks. They've allowed 22 sacks on the year. We're going to get into that. 11th in third downs, they convert 40.5% of the time, and they are 20th in turnovers with 10 turnovers on the year. But before we get into that, let's talk about injury reports. Now, the injury reports this time around, it's a little, I don't really know how to explain it. You have to take it with a grain of salt because they're really not practicing this week. It's really just walkthroughs. But let's go with the Dolphins here. Now, I know last week I had the graphic on the screen for you, but there's really nothing to talk about. Ashton Davis did not participate Monday and Tuesday. Now they haven't walked through today, so he's going to be out, or he's trending to be out. Julian Hill, DNP all week. He's trending to be out. Bradley Chubb limited, D. Eskridge limited, Iffy limited. That's it. And then moving on to the Ravens, everyone was a full participant other than Ronnie Stanley, was limited Monday and Tuesday. So that's it for the Baltimore Ravens. But like I said, with those numbers for the Baltimore Ravens offense and with the sacks, they haven't had Lamar. So let's get into the keys of the game for the Miami Dolphins if they want to win this game, or if they can win this game, or if you want the Dolphins to win this game. That leads me back to my question. Every week, do we even want them to win at this point? But number one, they have to establish the run game early and often, just like how I said in the Atlanta Falcons game. You have to get Devon Achane and Ollie Gordon and Jalen Wright the ball. And we saw what they did last week. We saw their stats, their rushing stats, and it opened up the passing game. And the Baltimore Ravens don't have a good defense. So you establish that run early. You get into the RPO offense, and you tear them apart. Number two. Now, this is in no order, right? I'm not saying this is top to bottom. But you have to have a plan for Derrick Henry, right? We all thought last week, myself included, that Bijan Robinson was going to absolutely destroy us. Now, when the Atlanta Falcons took the field last week for their first drive, we just completely stuffed Bijan. Clearly their run game wasn't working on us, so they moved on and just passed the whole entire time. Derrick Henry and Bijan Robinson are two different types of running backs. Bijan can kill you in the run game. He can really kill you in the pass game. But Derrick Henry is a downhill runner. We've seen his stiff arms. We know who Derrick Henry is. We know who or what he can do. So you have to have a game plan for him. Also, another great runner, Lamar Jackson. Miami Dolphins are not good when it comes to running quarterbacks. And Lamar Jackson is the top of the top when it comes to running quarterbacks. So you have to have a spy on him and make sure he doesn't kill you on the ground. But now let's get into score predictions. Now, it really just depends which Dolphins team we see. Because if we see the Dolphins team that beat the Atlanta Falcons that bad, the Dolphins can win this game. And I think that after last week, the Dolphins got, they needed it. I don't know if you guys saw after the game when Jonah was leading, I think it was a war chant, they said, in the locker room. It happened before and after the game, right? They looked like they needed it. But Lamar's back, and that is going to bring life into the Baltimore Ravens offense and the defense as well. So, with all that being said, I think the Baltimore Ravens win this game, and I think they win it 24-17, but I could be wrong. But from what I've seen with this Dolphins defense against running quarterbacks, I like the Ravens in this game, unfortunately, 24-17. But let me know what you guys think, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow right after the game. No, I'll actually see you guys Friday because it'll be late and I'm going to want to go to bed, and all of you guys are going to want to go to bed too. So I'll see you guys Friday morning early with the recap video. Let me know what you guys think of this game, and I'll see you in the next one.